think they're very slow growing fish too, so. But I don't mind eating them. We get a decent sized one. But you always get these in the crack pot. Oh, that was a bit scary. First time flying it over the water. Wow. Woo! I'm glad I got that back safe. Where else would you rather be? This is really great. Great little outboard. Bloody awesome. Just suits this thing really well. Hey, morning guys. I don't know whether you can see me. It's barely breaking daylight here. We've got a bit of cloud cover, so it's yeah, stopping that sun from doing its job. But I'm really keen to run these crab pots this morning. Had a really good night on the boat. Really calm, quite cool. Had a couple of visits from the odd mozzie, but other than that, it was really good. The sandflies are a little bit towy this morning, just on daybreak, but yeah, not that bad really. So I'm going to fire this little awesome Suzuki up and go and have a quick run of these pots this morning. I'm really keen to see what's in them. So anyway, we'll bring you along for that little bit of adventure. Starts so easy. Alright, this isn't the first pot I put in. I think I drove past it. It all looks a little bit different when the tide's a bit bigger, as it is this morning. But, anyway, this is the one that had the big Jenny in yesterday afternoon, and I shifted it, so let's see how we did here this morning. Oh, not really any good at all. Not a damn thing. Well, that's not a good sign. Have a little bit of a shift. Oh, this is the actual first pot. I drove past it. This had undersized buck in yesterday. Let's see what we got here today. Zippo. Wow. Disappointing. I had so much confidence after getting a little show there yesterday afternoon. Anyway, we'll have a little bit of a move around. Right, I'll give this little creek a try. I have to be careful, the tide will be starting to run out now, and I want to run them one more time, another couple of hours. Okay, this is the third pot. Had nothing in this one yesterday afternoon, so maybe it'll reverse its luck and we'll have something this morning. Nothing but a brim. Little brimbo. Now we'll get him out of there and we'll have a little shift again. A typical little black brim we get up in our creek here. They grow quite large. I've caught them well into the 30, almost 40 centimeters around the place. They're really prolific. I think they're very slow growing fish too, so but I don't mind eating them. You get a decent sized one, but you always get these in the crab pot, one of the common fish you'll you'll catch Noran on your bait. There she is, lucky last. See what's got in store for us. Baby, tiny, very tiny. There she goes, little tiger. Well, I'll just shift it, leave it in the creek, and I'll run it again in a couple of hours and decide what to do with them. Maybe it's not a bad idea to take them out into the main channel. Don't mind this. Very deep hole. That was a bit scary. First time flying it over the water. Wow. Whew. I'm glad I got that back safe. Well, anyway, got to learn to do it. That's what I want to do. Show you guys some, yeah, some good footage up and from the air, where I go, what I do. So, yeah, it's just a little bit daunting. Yeah. Anyway, got it back safe and sound. All good. Now if I can just get back to the boat, into the boat without dropping in the water, that'll even be a bonus. Well, oh, yeah, it's a lovely morning here. Absolutely beautiful. So anyway, give you a bit of a look around of look about where we are. What's I guess it's sort of in my backyard. It's not like the beach at home, but it's not very far away. I actually live on the southern side of this this system. I had to come around to the northern bank through Emu Park and Zilsey. I think they call it the Zilsey boat ramp, to put this bigger boat in. It's a little bit hard to launch a boat from this size from Keppel Sands, so particularly into Coorooman Creek, that is. But yeah, it's only, you know, 25-minute run round Emu Park and into the boat ramp, and it's a good boat ramp, just about put in there at any sort of weather. Obviously when it's blowing 30-35 knot southerly or easterly, it'd be a little bit tricky, but you know, you can certainly do it. Anyway, I'm going to have some breakfast, guys. The crabbing wasn't too good. I don't get only one very small one, or might have been two very small ones. No, one and a brim. Anyway, I'll give them a soak for a couple of hours. Yeah, certainly go and have another look at them. I might bring them out into the main channel during this the low part of the tide and see how we go with that. So anyway, time for some breakfast. Oh, this is just so chilled, guys, I'll tell you. Oh, I just had some brekkie. I had one cup of tea and this is just so nice sitting here. I decided to make another one. Oh, bloody beautiful. It's just so different to being out on the open ocean, you know. You just sort of, you're forever moving, and you know, particularly most of the time when I go out, it's not the best weather. But yeah, this is just a whole different ball game. This. I had a boat come up at about just before daybreak, about 4:30, and he's still up the river there. Looks like they got a bit of up the creek, sorry, bit of a spot that they got up there. They're fishing pretty close to the bank, so. And I'll go and run the pots one more time, and I think I'll bring them out into the main channel for during the day, and then late this afternoon I'll get them back up to the creeks again, just to try a couple of different spots. Having neap tides, you know, there's not much run in the water, so you've virtually got to, well, you've probably got to drop the crab right on top of the crab. I just don't know whether they'd be moving around very much at all, but anyway, I was a bit disappointed this morning. I thought we would have got one this morning, the way they were in the pots there yesterday afternoon with two of them. Not all about catching the crab, it's up here trying out the tender and the outboard, and that's all going well. I flew the drone this morning. That was pretty scary, flying it over water. It's what I want to do, so I've got to get used to doing that. But yeah, I'm just going to chill out here for another 45 minutes or so, and I'll go and rab the crab pots one more time and get them out in the creek here in the deeper water and give that a try for the day. And probably go and get a bit of bait then. And I got a couple of fish yesterday afternoon, so yeah, I'll try and get a decent swag of bait. I didn't bring anything out with me. I just relied on what I might get in the cast net, so I'll get a bit serious with that as the tide drops off, get up in some of the gutters and along the banks, and the inflatable is pretty good to throw out of, and the motor's just perfect. It just you know, it hums along, and it's good to change forward and reverse, and it just seems to suit the tender, you know. You can take it into really shallow water. Obviously it's got its drawbacks with, you know, you've got to be careful where you put it. You know, even going up the creek running the crab pots, you sort of looking for something that might be under the water that, you know, might pierce or puncture the inflatable and that sort of thing, but you know, for a tender that I can take and carry on this boat, it's just ideal. It only weighs 40 kilos, and eventually I'll get it mounted on the roof. But no, it's working really good. Really happy. The drone, bit of camera gear that I've got mounted on the inflatable. Yeah, it's stuff that I've obviously seen other fellas use on YouTube, but you know, they don't tell you all their secrets, so you can see what they're using and go and buy it, but you've got to you know, modify things and set them up how you want to and how you want to be able to you know, capture good content the best way you can. And yeah, so it's pretty much what this trip's about. And you know, if I get a crab and a fish while I'm up here, well, that's just a bonus. So where else would you rather be? This is really great. It's what I want to do on the channel too, is bring some variety. You know, we're very lucky where we live here. We got so many options. You know, beach, creeks, islands, you know, the ocean. There's good reef fishing. So yeah, and some of the places are not very far away from home. So you know, it drops that expense a little bit as far as fuel and those other costs are concerned. But yeah, it's just a great thing to do, to be able to go out and go to these places and capture some footage and create something and to show the world, so, and show you guys. So that's what it's all about for me. Anyway, I'm going to have this cup of tea and chill out for a bit longer, and yeah, I'll tune back in when we do another run of those spots. Okay, it's been a couple of hours since I run them, so I'm going to go and have another look at them and bring them out into the channel, and hopefully, well, you know, I think I got nothing to lose, and yeah, just move them around in the channel a few times throughout the day. It'll get a bit more hours up on the outboard and get to use the inflatable a bit more. It's a beautiful day. It's quite warm here at the moment, a little bit of breeze, so yeah, I'll fire my little Zook up and go and have a look and bring them out into the deep water. Great little outboard, bloody awesome. Just suits this thing really well. You know, you're not going to break no land speeds or water speeds, but it's just perfect. It weighs about 22 kilos, so it's good to sort of, you know, take off the big boat into the inflatable and yeah, and hook it up. So it's, yeah, working really well. Righto, off we go. Well, I thought I might have been able to leave this pot up here, but not as much water here as it looks, so I'm going to take it out in the channel as well. Was another Jenny in it, so there's crabs around. I just can't get the right sex and size, but anyway, that's okay. Still good fun. Nothing better than getting some good creek mud on you. The base of the inflatable gets a bit slippery with a bit of water and mud, I guess. So does any tinny really, unless you've got some sort of carpet or something on the floor. So, but other than that, yeah, there's not too many things I can fault it for. It's really good. You got to be careful because it is an inflatable. I use wire to tie that fish heads in, so I've got to be careful when I bring it over that the wire doesn't puncture it. Maybe I ought to not use wire in the future when I'm crabbing in it, just to, you know, reduce one thing, putting a puncher in it. So convenient with wire though. Anyway, I'll go and find a spot for this one and get it out the channel here somewhere where I can sort of move it about throughout the day. Geez, it might be touch and go getting up here. Really low water here. Might be scratching to get up here. Oh, there it is there. This creek appears to be a little deeper. There wasn't much water left in that other one. It's a real struggle to get in there and get out. Alright, let's see what we can do here. Nothing at all. No, it's all right. We'll see what the main channel's got in store for us. How good's that? Just perfect.